Hello, welcome everybody. This is the Morris Parker channel. Stay tuned because we talk about sports and more. I want to say congratulations. It's good to see you guys back again for another awesome video. Sorry about that. It's good to see you guys for another awesome video. This is Morris Parker. Welcome to Morris Parker channel. We talk about sports and more. And let's get into it. I did want to say we are close to getting 14,000 subscribers, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I know the scheduling was not how typically has been, like, especially during the NBA playoffs on the finals forecast, when the format was, it was like every 2 to 3 days. But trust and believe that I have been thinking about new topics, and I've been getting a lot of guidance and wisdom about stuff that I could use to help promote this channel to keep going forward as the NFL season kicks off. We're going to have a Thursday night game between the Philadelphia Eagles and Cowboys next Thursday, and then a Friday night game in Brazil. I believe it's the Chiefs and the Chargers, and then Sunday we have a plethora of NFL games and lead to Monday night. And also don't forget, this Saturday is the first week of college football, and there's a lot of highly ranked games there, in which one of the games we'll talk about would be Texas and Ohio State. No, number one versus number three. Penn State is actually number two. And this game is going to be, for some, the game of the year between Texas and Ohio State. Ohio State is the defending college football champions. Texas is looking to be high octane team with Arch Manning, so that is going to be interesting as far as college football. But like I said, there's other games to be looking out for too, especially during this time. Let's get back into the big NFL news. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Shiloh Sanders, who is the brother of Shedeur Sanders and the son of Hall of Fame cornerback Deion Sanders, and current Colorado Buffalo head coach, was waived after the final preseason cuts. Many people point to the ejection he got at the end of the game for him being cut. His dad spoke positively about it. I think he should be proud of his sons, especially Shiloh. I'm proud of him for making it to the NFL and, to survive the rigors of the professional realm. I think no matter what he does, he's going to be successful, and that he's going to be set up because he has a good foundation from what it sounds like from his father and him and Shedeur. And I think that a team will probably pick him up again. I think him moving from corner to safety as far as the NFL was probably the best thing for him. He is not afraid to tackle, which I do think is amazing. I think that if I'm him, you keep your head up, keep trying to ball for your dreams, never stop. And for Shedeur Sanders, he is number 3 behind Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco because Kenny Pickett had got traded. Now, this is interesting. A lot of people wanted Shedeur Sanders to be number 2. It's interesting because the Browns have 2 rookie quarterbacks, and I think that is really crazy is the fact that Dillon Gabriel, yes, he did say a comment about, there's a lot of entertainers and competitors, and he's a competitor. Now, people told us he could be talking about his son, Shedeur Sanders, his teammate, because Shedeur likes to show the watch and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't want to assume either because, again, he might not have been. He just might have been talking about players in the league. There are a lot of players in the league who want to entertain and be competitive. But I do believe that he's a competitive young man who deserves the same shot as Shedeur to play for the NFL. I don't want to say that one's going to do bad and one's going to do well because I feel like it's a weird situation to be in because, like I said, this is just me just being honest in the audience. I think both people have earned the right to be in the NFL roster. Both people earned the right to start from collegiate level to the professional level. We got to give these guys time to show what they could do. It kind of reminds me of similarity between Kirk Cousins and Robert Griffin III when they both got drafted by Washington because one stayed and one went. And it's kind of like that. But we got to see where that scenario goes. from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We cut Beanie Bishop, which I was surprised. Beanie Bishop was a cornerback for us who last year believes is not do it, who got an interception from Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter when he played for the Jets. He was actually a really good, solid corner for us last year. But I think with the additions of Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey, and we have Joey Porter, I think that just kind of kicked him out. And Trey Sermon getting cut too. It really was interesting to see some of these players get let go and cut. Another thing I would say to any of these teams would say, oh, one more big thing: Amari Cooper has signed with the Raiders. I anticipated he got signed with the Raiders. Anthony Barr, who you probably remember as a linebacker for the Vikings, retired after 10 years in the league. A lot of teams are doing a lot of changes and stuff like that. And I did want to say for the Bengals fans that's out there, they probably are very happy to know that Trey Henderson got signed to his extension. I think it's well deserved, well earned. He led the league in sacks for 17. He deserved it. I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you who took time to watch this episode of the Morris Parkin Show. It's not typically normally the longest one, but trust me and leave, the season's about to heat up. NFL action's about to kick off because the road to Super Bowl 60 starts now. Really it started in the preseason, but the road, where all these games count, this is where we got to see. This is where these players train for. This is what you got to do to get to the next stage because ultimately, hey, it's about trying to get to the trophy, trying to do your best to get out there. I respect each and every one of y'all. I want y'all to know we're so close to 14,000 subscribers and going on strong. Thank you, each and every one of you. I cannot wait to see these Buffalo games and talk about each and every one as best as I can. Thank you guys so much. This is the Morris Parker channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.